Henry Ford was not the first to create the assembly line, but his innovative approach to mass production revolutionized the automotive industry, making it the most successful and memorable. Ford's journey began in 1896 with the creation of his version of the automobile. Initially, he worked in small workshops on Mack Avenue and later Piquette Avenue in Detroit. These early factories were limited in size and production, but it wasn't until 1913, at his third factory in Highland Park, that mass production took off on a large scale. As seen in rare photographs from the time, Ford applied assembly line methods across every aspect of car manufacturing, boosting productivity and cutting costs. This innovation led manufacturers from various industries to adopt similar production techniques. In 1907, Ford outlined his vision for the Ford Motor Company to create a motor car for the great multitude. At the time, automobiles were custom-made and expensive. Ford's engineers took the first step toward this goal with the Model T, a simple, durable car with no factory options and just one color choice. Designed for rough American roads, the Model T was economical to operate and easy to maintain. Released in 1908, over 15 million units were produced before it was discontinued in 1927. Though initially more affordable than most cars, the Model T still wasn't within reach for the multitude. To make it truly accessible, Ford realized he needed to increase efficiency. He studied other industries and found 4 key principles: interchangeable parts, continuous flow, division of labor, and minimizing wasted effort. By using interchangeable parts, Ford ensured that every piece of the car was uniform, so any valve could fit any engine and any steering wheel could fit any chassis. This required advanced machinery, but allowed low-skilled workers to replace skilled craftsmen in the production process. To improve the flow of work, Ford arranged the factory so that tasks moved seamlessly from one stage to the next. Inspired by meat-packing houses and grain mill conveyor belts, he created a system where workers spent less time moving around. The labor was divided into 84 distinct steps, with each worker trained to perform just one task. Ford also enlisted Frederick Taylor, the creator of scientific management, to optimize the speed and movements of workers. Ford's assembly technique relied on 2 key elements: a conveyor system and assigning workers to repetitive tasks. While simple in concept, it required meticulous planning and coordination. As a result, Ford reduced production time from 12 hours to just 93 minutes per car by 1914. The cars began rolling off the assembly line every 3 minutes. In 1914, Ford produced more cars than all other manufacturers combined. The Model T became a commercial success, and by the time the company produced its 10 millionth car, half of all cars in the world were Ford's. Ford's success was so profound that he stopped purchasing advertising between 1917 and 1923, relying instead on the Model T's growing fame. With over 15 million Model Ts produced and a peak output of 9,000 to 10,000 cars per day in 1925, the Model T was priced at just $260, equivalent to 4,017s today. It was named the most influential car of the 20th century in the '99 Car of the Century competition. Ford's Model T success wasn't just about affordability. It symbolized innovation for the rising middle class and became a powerful representation of America's modernization. Ford also introduced an original idea, treating workers as potential consumers. In 1914, he raised wages to $5 a day, a generous wage at the time, enabling his employees to buy their own Model Ts. This move earned Ford the label of a traitor to his class from other industrialists, but he remained firm in his belief that well-paid workers would be loyal and contribute to the economy. Alongside higher wages, Ford reduced workers' hours, decreasing shifts by 1 hour and creating a third shift to allow for 24-hour operations. Fordism, a term coined to describe this combination of mass production and higher wages, spread to other industries. It inspired companies to offer higher wages and shorter hours, significantly altering the business landscape across the nation. While Ford's success led to widespread imitation, his dominance was challenged in the mid-1920s when he refused to update the Model T. More luxurious cars at prices similar to the Model T began to appeal to low-income buyers through an expanding used car market. In the UK, William R. Morris, later Lord Nuffield, began attempting to emulate Ford's methods in 1912. However, British manufacturers were initially hesitant to commit to large-scale production. Morris turned to the US for parts, and after World War I, he resumed producing low-cost cars, followed by Herbert Austin and André Gustave Citroën in France.